Okay, so here we are, we're coming at you live from the Great White North. But what we're doing here, we've had so many requests from people who have asked us, what do you like better? Secrets, Akumal, Excellence, Playa, Mujeres, Unico, or
Valentin Imperial.
Valentin Imperial Maya. So, we're gonna apply a score, or rate a score on the different categories to 10. We're gonna add up those two combined scores. She's gonna rate, I'm gonna rate, and that's how we're gonna determine what their best resort was. So we've done the research for you. We've broken it down to these 4 resorts. Now, this is just our opinion. You have your own opinion, and we would love to see your comments. So let us know what your favorite is, and like and subscribe right here. Well, that didn't look right, but anyway. We are reviewing
the Valentin Imperial. First of all, we're going to talk about the rooms. And the rooms in the Valentin Imperial, I thought were nice. They were a nice room. They had a jacuzzi, what do you call it, jacuzzi? But it's a jetted bathtub.
A hydro pool.
It was a jetted bathtub in the room that you could open the window out to look out at the ocean. We had upgraded our room in this particular one. We had an emerald suite, but we did see the regular rooms as well, which were very, very nice. And I would just put them at a 7 is what I would give for the rooms.
I thought the room at the Valentin Imperial Maya was fantastic. In particular, we did have an ocean view, and they had really nice reclining, comfortable chairs on the back deck. And for that reason, I'm giving it a 8. I'm giving it an 8. I got my cheat sheet. Next category is facilities. And we refer to facilities as the vegetation, the grounds, the beauty, the layout. And Valentin Imperial Maya had some of the most beautiful vegetation. They had a lot of wildlife. There was coyotes, iguanas all over the place. Even the week after we were there, we heard a crocodile popped up. Alligator.
Was in
popped
the pool.
up in one of the pools. So pretty cool that way, although I'm glad we weren't there for that. I gave them an 8.5 on the grounds.
I gave them an 8. I thought the grounds were grand. Coyotes are a mix between a raccoon and, what is it, a raccoon and a monkey?
Almost,
and a monkey.
Yeah.
They're really
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah.
But it was well lit, I will say that.
And also, too, if you haven't seen our video profiling Valentin Imperial Maya, or Imperial Maya, make sure you go there and have a look. It's a great video. Okay. Next category was pool and pool vibe. Hands down, the nicest pool I have ever seen, I think.
I would agree.
DT's wife would agree. It was huge, it was large, there was a great vibe going on at the pool bar. They have the, what do you call it?
The foam party.
The foam party.
They had a foam party, but they had different, they had the yoga mats out floating on the water. They
had the football toss, which the DT won, by the way. Anyway.
But they just had a lot going on. What it was, the pool was so immense that you could be at the party end, or you could go under a bridge and go to a whole other huge pool that was quiet.
Yeah.
You could be wherever.
Oh, they had the lazy rivers. Yeah, the lazy rivers. Yeah, very cool.
Oh, and then they had the separate lazy rivers.
Yeah.
So it was just a massive pool. So I gave it a 9.
I gave it 9.5. I'm a little more generous. Next category we're moving on to is the beach and the service and the beach vibe. I liked it because I like to swim, but DT's wife, the water was pretty rough there, and it was pretty much red flag day.
The red flag was there every day.
Right, which was a warning that the water is rough. Service was great there, but maybe not as good as some of the other places we've been to. Walking along the beach, it was interesting to go one way or the other, but nothing crazy.
Not earth-shattering.
So on the beach...
we both gave it a 7.5.
We both gave it a 7.5, yes. So moving on to food. The breakfast was your standard buffet breakfast.
2 different areas you could do it.
Yeah,
you had down on the beach, or you had up by the main restaurant. So you had 2 different buffet
a la
restaurants.
carte or buffet. Or no, they're both buffet.
Both buffets.
Both buffet. So no a la carte breakfast, which is cool. You just want something quick, right? And Carlos, shout out to Carlos at the
Beachfront.
Terra Mara, whatever it was called. You'll see it in our video. He's a great guy. So service was excellent there. Lunch, they were severely lacking, in my opinion.
Yeah, they had the buffet at the beach, or they had kind of like little self-serve kind of little bars at the beach, and it was at the pools. It wasn't.
Yeah, it didn't rattle my nuts too much. So on the but in the evening, the restaurants in the evening.
The sushi bar was amazing.
Sushi was great. The Mexican was good.
And so was the Indonesian.
Indonesia, yeah, we can't. They were pretty. The dinners were pretty damn good, and the service was excellent.
Yeah.
And the servers were the usual Mexican professionalism, fantastic, top notch. And so, what did we give that?
You gave it a 7.5.
7.5.
I gave it an 8, and part of the reason I gave it an 8 was because of the martini bar at night. We had a fabulous bartender there would do Mexican coffees for us every night.
Oh yeah, he put on a show.
Carlos, no, not Carlos. It was.
No, I can't remember the name, but you'll see that on the video.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, it's at the beginning of the video, and yeah, just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
The last and final
entertainment
category is entertainment and activities. They had a theater and they had your Michael Jackson thing, which we stepped into for 5 minutes and
stepped out.
A little too cheesy for us. Everybody's got the Michael Jackson thing going and been there, done
it. And it wasn't the best.
No. Other than that,
they had
quite
like
honestly,
in the courtyard every night. They'd have like a little band or a DJ or something, and it was okay.
And they were good. And there was people dancing and having fun. Good vibe going on.
There's something going on at least.
Right, but absolutely no music through the day. So, in that respect, in activities they were good. Like you said, they did have the yoga, the pool mat yoga. They had a bike tour.
They had aerobics. They had all kinds of stuff during the day.
Yeah, so they were good, but didn't wow me by any means. So I gave them a 7 on the entertainment and the activities.
What did I do? Oh, I was a little bit more generous, and I gave them an 8.
Oh, you got 7 there.
I gave them. Oh, you're right. We both gave them a 7. Oh.
The next resort we're going to review will be Unico 2087.
Okay, so this time we're doing Unico 2087. Riviera Maya.
Right. So you know the 5 categories. You've already seen 6 categories. We'll start with the room. The rooms are. This is a new resort. It's only 2 years old, so the rooms are immaculate, fantastic.
Our favorite, hands down.
Huge decks. Every deck has. I think every deck
has a hot, like a jetted bathtub out there. They have loungers.
Except for the swim-up pools.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they have their own big bathtub.
Yeah, they rate it very highly on the room scale.
The rooms are gorgeous.
We both gave it a
9.
9.
A solid 9.
Yep. Facilities. Again, brand new facilities. So the gym, everything was immaculate. The vegetation. Oh, hold on. So the vegetation is young, right? So you don't get the wow factor with the fauna and flora.
Plus, it's small. And it's a small resort.
It's a small resort,
So it's very intimate. It's more, I would say it's more of a boutique hotel.
Yes. And maybe at this point in our lives, we like large. So...
Again, we both agreed.
Yeah, 6.5. Hope that's not too harsh, for a little critical. For you Unico lovers there, again, it's just our personal opinion. Yours is yours. And please feel free to make your comments below. We'll move on to the pools and the pool vibe. Right. As DT's wife just mentioned, the pools are very small.
There's 2.
Yeah. Very well designed, though. They've got the black bottom, which attracts...
The black interior, which when it's in the cooler months, it's going to attract the sun, so it's going to heat them up faster because they don't heat their pools. They're nice. I mean, there's a swim-up bar and everything, but the vibe is very... If you like techno music, it's playing all the time. The quiet pool, which is away from the other pool, that's a nice pool. Some people call it the hangover pool. They're both very nice pools. It's just if you're looking for a wow factor,
not our taste.
It's just not there.
Yeah. So again, we
both agreed
6.5. And let us remind you though, we've been to some very nice resorts in the Riviera Maya. So this is comparing them
to what we've seen. If this was our first resort that we'd ever been to, I would have been raving.
Yeah. So
that's just what we know and what we've seen already.
Right.
Beach and beach service.
Again, the first time we saw this place, they had no beach, so they had to carve out their own beach and have we're assuming that they had sand brought in. So again, comparing it to the other resorts, it lacked a little luster.
You really can't walk along the beach. We saw it when it was being built originally, and then we went and stayed at it. We've been there 3 times. You can walk down the beach a little bit, but to go in and swim in the water, there's all rocks and certain things, and the beach is not very wide. So we're beach people, and we love to go walking on the beach, and this just didn't meet our needs. But you know, for people that are pool people that like small pools, this is your resort.
You're on the beach, though. Oh, okay, yeah.
So I gave the beach a 6.
And I gave it a 6.5 because service wasn't as good as we've had, but they tried very hard and they were nice. So.
Oh, the Mexican people are lovely.
They know their profession, yeah.
Food.
The biggest drawback there, once you got in the restaurants, they were quite good, quite honestly.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
But you had to have reservations. If you didn't make reservations and you showed up at 8, if you're late eaters like DT and DT's wife are, you're SOL. Shit out of luck. So we had that happen a few times, and that was a little bit first world problems, right? But when you're paying that kind of money, it's a bit of a pain in the ass.
The problem is that all their restaurants are very small, and their kitchens, I was told this, are very, very small, and they just can't accommodate people. So you'll see around you empty tables, so you think that you can get a seat, but you can't because the kitchen can't make you food. So they need to fix that, in my opinion. I wouldn't go back until they fix that problem.
Right. And I think we've settled that.
So the food is...
Oh,
I gave it a 7.5 because I thought it was very tasty when you got in there, and I thought the presentation was excellent.
I gave it a 7 just for the reservation factor. That was a pain in the ass.
Okay, entertainment, activities.
As DT's wife already has stated, they did have music and stuff blaring around the pool, and they were trying to get people engaged and that sort of thing. But it's such a small boutique resort. There's not a lot going on. If you're someone that likes the cooking classes, likes the mixology classes, likes music all day, this place isn't for you. There's not a whole lot going on, really.
And at night, for me, there is actually, Glenn, I'm sorry, but there is, they did have mixology classes, they did have painting classes, they did have a couple other classes that you could pay for, which was no big deal.
And you could get your own hat painted, yeah.
But it's more the entertainment at night. If you're used to going to resorts that have entertainment, like, you know, when we were at Secrets, they did almost a Cirque du Soleil. We had, you know, I'm not a big fan of the Michael Jackson shows, but we saw the Beatles. We've seen all kinds of shows at different resorts. There's really nothing of that there. They have a couple times they have
a saxophone player,
that kind of idea. So, and they do have the nightclub that they do have as well, which was a nice
nightclub. Oh, the
nightclub.
disco was good, yeah. And they had the cigar roller there, which was good, and you'll see that in the video.
But again, it's a boutique resort. So, you know, if what you're looking for when you go to the Caribbean and you're just looking for a very laid back boutique kind of vibe, then this is a great resort. I mean, I loved it.
Please hang in there and make sure you like and subscribe and leave us comments on your favorite.
Leave us comments because, you know, we may have missed something.
Yeah, and it's just our opinions. We'd like to hear your opinions. So we're going to start off with Secrets Akumal. We love this place. Great resort. We're going to give you the ratings. So I am going to give it for the room 7.5. Am I? Or no?
No, you're an 8.5.
I'm giving it an 8. The room was beautiful. Low lit lights when you came in after turn down service. Big deck. Beautiful view of the ocean and the resort. Fantastic.
I gave it a 7.5. And I liked the room and everything, but I just didn't. I just thought it was a really nice room.
All right. Pool and pool vibe. Beautiful pools, not really expansive. Kind of small in size. The swim-up pool or swim-up bar, there wasn't a lot going on really, but still beautiful. And you had all the vegetation that was beautiful, and the service was fantastic. The servers around the pool were A1. So I am giving what?
Go ahead.
I am giving. I can't read here. Hold on.
You're giving it an 8.
8. Yeah, 8.
Is that there's 3 pools at Secrets Akumal. There's the lively pool, then there's the more quiet pool, and then there's the really quiet pool. But they're not like some of the pools in Mexico are really, really large and they're just absolutely stunning. These are nice, but they're not over the top. So I gave it a 7. There wasn't a lot going around the pool going on. The beach was really what I liked better.
And that leads us, nice segue, by the way, DT's wife. That leads us to the rating of the beach and pool, or beach service. And the great thing about the Akumal, or Secrets Akumal Beach, was you could walk right out and snorkel and see turtles.
Giant sea turtles. Unfortunately,
we were kind of shut out. The beach itself, it's okay. Nice sand, but not real walkable. It's not a big, long beach like 7 Mile Beach or anything. But what's really cool is you go out to your left and you can walk into the village of Akumal, and there's lots of little restaurants, and it's a pretty cool vibe there if you don't mind leaving the all-inclusive that you paid for. So I gave that a rating of 8.
Actually, both of us agreed on this one. We both gave it an 8.
Oh, and a shout out to Nahida that was always at the beach serving us. That definitely added to the atmosphere there. Oh no, I think we're good for dessert. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So with the beach and the beach service, we always were able to get places to sit, lounge chairs. That was never an issue. The beach was nice, but as DT said, there was nowhere really to walk very far, and we really like walking on beaches and just really exploring the area. But I did love walking into Akumal, and there's some great restaurants in there too that of course we partake on. So again, I gave it an 8. Both of us gave it an 8 on this one.
Yeah, we agreed on something there. It's cool. The next category is food.
Excuse me.
And that includes the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So at Secrets Akumal, I thought the food was good. Not over the top crazy good. I thought the lunch was lacking. There wasn't a whole lot going on for lunch. There was a couple of places there, but
there was restaurants you could go to though and eat, which was really nice.
Oh yeah, no, they were cool. It's a la carte. And they were good.
I did like the fact that they had the pizza bar that was out there a couple of times, so they fired up the pizza. They had the pineapple drinks out there.
Always have something
and the
different every day.
coconuts and stuff. That was really good. So I gave it an 8. I thought the food was good, especially Portofino's. I thought the Italian was quite good.
Oh, yeah, that was very good.
And we did do the tasting menu when we were there too.
Oh, that was fantastic.
The tequila tasting menu, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, highly recommended. And if you look at our Secrets Akumal video, you'll see good footage of that.
Yeah, that was really fun.
What did I rate it?
You did an 8.
I gave it 8 for food.
Yeah.
And you gave it a what?
An 8. We both agreed.
Okay.
And then let's go back up to facilities. You missed facilities.
Oh, I missed a category. Sorry.
Yes.
So facilities. The grounds were immaculate. The flowers, the vegetation, the layout, everything about it was absolutely spectacular. So for the